down. So definitely give it a go. I think you'll be impressed.
And here we're going to our Max Essential Omega-3. When I talked about where to start, we did our Today Special in CoQ10 the other day, because CoQ10 is technically not a vitamin, but given how we live and given as we age, it really behaves like a vitamin. That's why I was saying you start really with Essential 1, CoQ10, and then Max Essential Omega-3. And the reason why you go to Omega-3, you're probably gonna say, that's the vitamin. Why? Because it behaves like a vitamin in your body because your body can't make it. And that's one of the fundamental definitions of a vitamin or a mineral, that these are nutrients that have to be provided from the outside, or there are going to be issues because you're not able to make them inside. And that's exactly the case with Omega-3. Despite Omega-3 fatty acids representing 2/3 of the dry weight of our brain. So if you take the water out of our brain, 2/3 of its weight is DHA, is the omega-3 fatty acid that we focus on. Others do not. We focus on in this product. So to think that our bodies can't make that, we need to provide it. And to think that the American diet is so deficient in it, I just think that it's no wonder we have issues with our brains, we have issues with our eyes, because DHA is also concentrated in our eyes. We have issues with our cardiovascular system, because the American diet, just as we talked about before, is defined almost by its deficit of fiber. It's equally defined by its deficiency of omega-3 fats.
It's on the Mount Rushmore of Andrew Lessman products, there's no doubt about it. No fishy aftertaste, we could spend a lot of time talking about that. If you had a disappointing experience with an omega-3 product, you won't find the same with this, totally different.
No, this is a product that there's a little chart that talks about the words that are most commonly reviewed. And this is a product that I think the word love is used in the reviews, I think almost 1,000 or 2,000 times. That it's a product that you don't expect to fall in love with an omega-3 product. But this is so different from all of the typical omega-3 products on the market, so entirely different, that it really is an opportunity to give your body a gift, to give your brain, again, our body can't make omega-3 fats. If you're not eating fatty fish on a daily basis, you're not getting omega-3 fats. Yet your brain, it is the most predominant ingredient in your brain, the most predominant ingredient in the retina of your eye, especially the macular region. So just consider those critical parts of your body and the fact that if you're not eating fatty fish on a daily basis, they're not getting what they need.
Just so you know, 3,540 reviews, 3,000 of them are perfect 5 stars. You're in good hands. I want to show you the pricing. It's certainly one to grab while it's there. The special anniversary pricing brings it under $100, Andrew, right? For those of us that are going to the big box store and stocking up there, we're looking for good values.
And remember also, the huge omega-3s that you see in stores are typically about 300 milligrams per capsule. My capsules are a fraction the size. We'll show here. Those are the typical omega-3s, and they are rather large. But ours will leave some space in the middle. Ours is actually, sit still, there we go.
It's the cute one in the middle.
Ours is probably a little bit more than half the size, or about half the size, but it contains about 50% more omega-3.
Wow.
They're enormous. They're just enormous. So again, and that goes to our investment in the highest quality omega-3 oils. Again, no fishy aftertaste, no fishy repeat. It will not make you nauseous. And this is a product unlike, and again, I always say that the only thing that really disturbs me about my competition is that they make products that discourage people. And when people get discouraged, then they say, his products are just like all the rest, I'm not gonna bother. So I don't know how many times I've even had to talk friends or family members into trying my products because it's not like the other ones that you've been disappointed by. So it's an opportunity to have a different experience when it comes to omega-3s. It's unlike any omega-3 product you'll find at any store anywhere in the world.
I know it takes a lot, and kind of on this 23rd anniversary visit, we go back to day one, where just the idea of offering vitamins through a TV camera into your home is a little bit novel. I mean, Andrew, what did you think way back then?
Oh no, it was very funny when I was first going on, back in the day when I was first going on QVC 29, 30 years ago, and folks were saying to me, okay, you're selling vitamins on TV. Next thing it's gonna be butter, eggs, and milk. Because everyone at that time, you got your vitamins in the grocery store.
Sure.
So now, of course, we get everything online, but back in the day, I'm dating myself, but back in the day, that's what people perceived. But again, what we did, what was unique, and what was, I think, appealing to QVC and appealing to HSN, is that we were very serious about it. Most vitamin companies just rely on contract manufacturers to do everything. We do everything. We make your products for you, and we do it entirely using solar energy. So we are the beginning and the end. So when you write a review, and that review might contain a suggestion, and the product changes in the future, it was your review and your suggestion that changed our products. And that's how we functioned all these years. We make everything for you, and your feedback is what drives our innovation.
You know, it speaks volumes. The reason why Andrew is here 23 years later is because people keep coming back to order more, and they order more because they're thrilled with the experience and the quality. Talking of challenging the norms, you wanted a plant-based omega product, you delivered one.
For those who don't want a fish-based omega, again, all the science, all the research is on fish-based omega-3, but for those on a plant-based diet,